There are moments in life that seem so weirdly wonderful that your mind refuses to accept them at first sight. Some sights demand proof before belief even begins, but even when they're right in front of your eyes, they still feel impossible to process. And that's exactly what today's video is about. We're looking at 15 people you wouldn't believe are real. From the truly remarkable to the unusual, these individuals blur the line between reality and imagination, challenging everything we think we understand about what the human body and life itself are capable of. Let's begin with number 15, the girl who loves being a dog. Lola's life confuses most people at first, mostly because it doesn't follow the usual rules. She genuinely lives as Henrik's puppy, and for her, it feels natural and comforting. She eats from bowls, always clean ones, wears a small clip-on tail, curls up on the floor for naps, and even responds happily when Henrik asks her to sit. For Lola, none of this is about attention or likes. Puppy play helps her manage anxiety and escape the heavy expectations she feels as a person. And Henrik takes the role seriously as well. He feeds her, tosses toys across the room, scratches behind her ears, and speaks softly to her when she needs reassurance. When they first told their friend Riley, he blinked, shrugged, and accepted it without judgment. Lola's family needed more time, though eventually they understood it made her feel safe. And strangers, well, of course, are not always kind. Some stare or laugh, but Lola focuses on the positive space she created online, where she talks about mental health, boundaries, and simple happiness. Number 14, Karina Rodini. Karina was only 2 years old when doctors diagnosed her with neurofibromatosis type 1, a rare condition that causes tumors to grow along the nerves. Today, in her late 20s, she lives in Curitiba, carrying tumors across her legs and hips that weigh nearly 4 kilograms. At first, they looked like simple dark patches on her skin. But as the years passed, especially during her teen years, they began growing quickly and painfully. Karina has undergone several surgeries to remove them, yet they keep returning, often larger and heavier than before. The condition has also brought scoliosis, vision loss in her left eye, and serious limits to her mobility. She can no longer work, but she refuses to disappear from the world. "I'm not going to hide," she says. "This disease doesn't decide my value." Her mother, Fatima, has stood beside her through years of hospital visits and travel to specialists. Karina hopes to seek treatment abroad. Until then, she keeps smiling, sharing makeup looks, and reminding others that even a difficult life can still hold joy. Number 13, Lurayi. Lurayi from Bradford has never wanted to blend into the crowd. She always wanted to be someone else. While most people try to look ordinary, she chose a path that feels completely different. For more than a decade, she has transformed her appearance to look like an alien, carefully painting her skin blue and shaping her style around a futuristic identity. The process is not quick. Each day, she spends 1 to 2 hours covering her body in color before stepping outside or going live online. Her fascination with science fiction runs deep. She even studied Klingon, the fictional language from Star Trek, and sometimes speaks it during live streams with fans. Over time, her unique look attracted thousands of followers who admire her creativity and confidence. Some strangers still stare in confusion, unsure what to make of her appearance. Lurayi simply smiles and keeps living her life. To her, this transformation is not about shocking people. It is about expressing a version of herself that feels imaginative, bold, and her own. At number 12, Kiana Smith. Kiana was born with a purple birthmark stretching across her face, neck, and chest. Doctors call it a port wine stain, but when she was born, there were no treatments and little understanding. As she grew older, the mark darkened and thickened. Some days it swelled painfully and even affected her hearing. Childhood was not easy. Kids mocked her with cruel names like Purple Face, and prune girl, and a few frightened adults even crossed themselves as if something about her was wrong. Through it all, her mother fought fiercely for her dignity. Over time, Kiana found that same strength within herself. After years of hiding and crying, she chose to face the world openly. Surgery in her 30s eased some of the pain and helped restore her voice. Today, and she serves as a global ambassador for the Vascular Birthmark Foundation. She speaks with honesty and calm pride. "It's not contagious," she tells people. "It's simply part of who I am." Number 11. Amanda Teague. This woman never expected her life to turn into something that sounded like a ghost story. She says it began during meditation, when a strange presence started appearing beside her. The spirit eventually introduced himself as Jack Tiger, a Haitian pirate who had died centuries ago. At first, Amanda found him irritating, almost intrusive. Yet the encounters continued, and curiosity slowly replaced frustration. As time passed, she began to believe the spirit was real, and feelings followed. Amanda said she had fallen in love with someone who existed beyond the physical world. Because Irish law does not recognize spiritual marriages, the two exchanged vows at sea beneath pirate flags in a ceremony meant to honor Jack's past. For a while, she believed their connection was genuine. Then Amanda became seriously ill with sepsis and began feeling drained and frightened. She started to think the spirit was harming her. In the end, she chose to perform an exorcism, bringing the strange relationship to a close. Number 10. Shirley Alvarez. Shirley was only 9 when her life suddenly changed direction. One moment, she was a child full of energy, dancing and laughing without a second thought. But then, doctors diagnosed her with scleroderma, a rare illness that slowly hardens the skin and connective tissue. Within days, her body stiffened so much that walking became difficult, and a wheelchair replaced the freedom she once had. For a while, the mirror became painful to face. Eventually, something inside Shirley shifted. Instead of letting the illness define her, she turned to creativity. Music, fashion, and art became her way of reclaiming control. She created a bold, gothic character she calls the Tragic Doll, using makeup and dark clothing to transform weakness into strength. Today, Shirley dances again, moving gracefully with her wheelchair as part of the performance. Her sister describes her as fearless, rebellious, and impossible to hold back. Through art and determination, Shirley reshaped pain into something powerful and simply unforgettable. Number 9. Mayrivone Rocha Moraes. Well, and this Brazilian woman made headlines when she announced that she had married a rag doll named Marcelo. What began as a surprising story quickly turned into something even more unusual. Mayrivone treats Marcelo as her partner in every sense of the word. She dresses him in men's clothing, shares dinners with him, and celebrates their milestones just like any married couple would. Their relationship has grown into a full family, at least in her eyes. She says they now have 3 ragdoll children together, a son named Marcelinho, and twin daughters named Marcel and Amelia. She even jokes that Marcelo should find another job to support their growing household. For outsiders, the story feels surreal, but for Mayrivone, it offers comfort and love. Number 8. Dogman. Back in 2004, a Brazilian man named Rodrigo Braga shocked people around the world with a decision few could understand. For most of his life, he felt a deep emotional bond with dogs, and something he often described as spiritual rather than ordinary affection. Eventually, he chose to express that connection in a dramatic way. Rodrigo underwent a controversial surgical method that reshaped parts of his face to resemble a dog. The transformation included changes to the nose area, eye structure, and ears, creating a striking canine appearance. News of the surgery quickly spread, and criticism followed just as fast. and animal rights groups raised serious questions about the ethics behind the idea. Rodrigo explained that the donor animal had already died and came from a shelter. Despite the outrage, he never backed away from his choice. But most people say this was a fake story. It has nothing to do with reality. So what do you think? Was it? Number 7. Kendra and Malaya. Kendra and Malaya came into the world sharing far more than most siblings ever will. Born as conjoined twins, they were connected at the torso, sharing a liver and relying on a single kidney between them. Their early years were filled with hospital visits and anxious conversations between doctors and their parents. When they were only 4 years old, surgeons prepared for a separation procedure that carried enormous risk. The operation succeeded, saving both of their lives, though it left each girl with one leg. Recovery demanded strength few adults could imagine. They had to learn how to move again, how to balance, and how to live as individuals after beginning life as one body. Today, they laugh about their differences. Their personalities could not be more opposite, and they often joke they would have driven each other crazy if they had remained connected. Their journey is not just about medicine. It is about joy and sisterhood. Number 6. Cara spent much of her life trying to disappear. That's because she lived with lipedema and lymphedema, conditions that cause painful swelling and fat buildup in the body. As the years passed, the changes in her appearance slowly chipped away at her confidence. Photographs made her uncomfortable, and crowded rooms felt overwhelming. She preferred to stay quiet and unnoticed. Everything shifted unexpectedly after a playful challenge from her boyfriend. He dared her to start an Instagram page. At first, she hesitated, unsure whether anyone would care about her story. Instead, she discovered something powerful. People listened. Women with similar conditions reached out, sharing encouragement and understanding. That support pushed Cara toward the body-positive movement. Her page grew, gathering thousands of followers who admired her honesty. Through gatherings with the Yinz's Bopo community, she found a circle that celebrates bodies exactly as they are. Today, Cara no longer hides her shape or movement. And number 5, Eevee and Corey. When Eevee first matched with Corey on Tinder, she expected nothing more than a casual conversation. At first, Corey didn't even realize she was trans. The detail had been written clearly in her profile, but like many people swiping through apps, he simply hadn't read that far. Once the truth came out, the situation could have ended quickly. Instead, something unexpected happened. They kept talking. Corey holds conservative political views. While Eevee lives openly as a trans woman who often feels vulnerable in today's social climate. Their relationship quickly became complicated. Arguments surfaced, and difficult conversations followed about identity, safety, and the future. Eevee admitted that dating someone with very different beliefs sometimes leaves her feeling uneasy. Yet the connection never disappeared. In an episode of Love Don't Judge, Eevee even met with her friend Cassie, another trans woman, who initially doubted the relationship. Over time, Cassie saw something important. Eevee felt genuinely seen. "It's not perfect," Eevee said, "but we talk and listen." For now, they continue learning about each other. Number 4, Nelly Zuma. Nelly once believed the modeling world only had room for beauty. Life taught her something very different. Several years ago, she survived a deadly car accident that nearly ended her life. The vehicle spun out of control and slammed into a wall. And her friend died in the crash, and Nelly barely survived. When she woke in intensive care, doctors were fighting to stop internal bleeding and repair severe injuries. A large section of her stomach had been damaged so badly that surgeons used skin from her thigh to close the wound. Recovery lasted months. For 10 difficult months, she lived with a colostomy bag and scars that reminded her daily of the crash. At first, those marks shattered her confidence. Slowly, and she began reclaiming her life piece by piece. Today, Nelly models again, refusing to hide the evidence of what she endured. Each photograph carries a quiet message. Survival has its own beauty, and strength can leave visible lines across the skin. Number 3. Lucas Starr. Lucas was born in this world with a condition so rare that doctors see it only once in hundreds of thousands of births. His body was covered in dark mole-like marks caused by a giant congenital nevus, a condition that affects not only the skin, but sometimes the brain and spine as well. When he was born, doctors struggled to explain what they were seeing, and his parents felt frightened by the unknown future ahead. Now, 18 years old, Lucas refuses to let that fear define him. He enjoys video games, spends time with friends, and dreams of becoming a NASCAR driver someday. Life still includes regular medical checkups and occasional surgeries, because fluid buildup can cause dangerous brain masses. College life can also be difficult. Some students stare or whisper when they see him. Lucas simply keeps moving forward. His best friend, Skylar, spends time with him almost every day, and his parents created an online community called Team Lucas to share hope and encouragement. All right now, let's head over to number 2. Triny Amuhirwi. Triny's childhood began with a condition most people had never heard of. She was born with fibrous dysplasia, a disorder that causes abnormal tissue to replace normal bone. As she grew, the condition slowly reshaped one side of her face. By the time she reached 4 years old, the swelling had become dramatic. Her eye shifted out of place, breathing felt difficult, and even chewing food turned into a struggle. When her mother watched helplessly as the condition worsened, knowing medical options in Uganda were limited. Still, she refused to accept that nothing could be done. Eventually, a charitable organization heard their story and stepped in to help. Doctors in London offered a complex operation that could remove the growth and rebuild Triny's face. The surgery lasted 15 exhausting hours. When it ended, something remarkable happened. For the first time in years, Triny could breathe and eat comfortably. She is now totally normal. Number 1. Mayfair and Winston Clemens. Winston and Mayfair have chosen to share their everyday life openly with the world. Winston lives with osteogenesis imperfecta, often called brittle bone disease, which makes his bones extremely fragile. Despite the challenges, he and Mayfair built a loving family together and welcomed their daughter Malika. When Mayfair became pregnant, some people online made harsh assumptions, suggesting the baby could not possibly be Winston's or that medical procedures must have been involved. Instead of responding with anger, the couple simply continued living their lives. They later moved from London to the United States and began sharing family videos online. Their goal is not fame, but understanding. Through their posts, viewers see ordinary moments of parenting, laughter, and problem-solving. Winston often encourages his daughter to try things independently, by showing that confidence grows through experience. By sharing their reality, the couple hopes to challenge stereotypes and remind others that families come in many different forms. Well, if you found this video interesting, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, take care, love yourself, and we'll see you soon.